1 year ago, I introduced my father when he declared his candidacy, and his own way and through his own sheer force will. He testified readily to enter the political arena as an outsider, and he prevailed against a few of 16 very talented competitors. For more than a year, Donald Trump has been the people's champion, and tonight he is the people nominee. Like many of my fellow millennials, I do not consider myself my category. Like many of my fellow millennials, I do not consider myself categorically Republican or Democrat. More than party affiliation, I voice on based on what I believe is right for my family and for my country. Sometimes it's a tough choice. That is not the case this time. As the proud daughter of your nominee, I'm here to tell you that this is the moment, and Donald Trump is the person to make America great again. Real change, the kind we have not seen in decades, is only going to come from outside the system, and it's only going to come from a man who's spent his entire life doing what others said could not be done. My father is a fighter. When the primaries got tough and they wake up, he did what any great leader does. He dug deeper, worked harder, got better, and became stronger. I have seen him fight for his family. I have seen him fight for his employees. I have seen him fight for his family, and now I'm seeing him fight for our country. It's been the story of his life, and more recently, the spirit of his campaign. It's also a prelude for reaching the goal that united us all when the party, and better still, this country knows what it is like to win again. If it's possible to be famous and yet not really well done, that is why the father who raised me in the same office in Trump Tower, where we now work together. I remember playing on the floors by my father's desk, constructing miniature building with Lego and erector says why he did the same with concrete, steel and glass. My father taught my sibling and me the importance of positive values and a strong ethical compass. He showed us how to be resilient, how to deal with challenges, and how to strive for excellence in all that we do. He taught us that there's nothing that we cannot accomplish if we marry vision and passion with an enduring work ethic. One of my father's greatest talents is the ability to see potentials, potential in people before they see it in themselves. It was like that for us too growing up. He taught us that potentials vanish into nothing without effort, and like him, we each had a responsibility to work not just for ourselves, but for the betterment of the world around us. Over the years, on too many occasions to count, I saw my father tear story out of the newspaper about people whom he had never met, who were facing some injustice or hardship. He'd write a note to his assistant in a signature black felt tip pen and request that the person be found and invited to Trump Tower to meet with him. He would talk to them and then draw upon his extensive network to find them a job or get them a break. And they would leave his office as people so often do after having been with Donald Trump, feeling that life could be great again. Throughout my entire life, I have witnessed his empathy and generosity toward others, especially those who are suffering. It is just his way to be in your corners when you are down. My father not only has the strength and ability necessary to be our next president, but also the kindness and compassion that will enable him to be the leader that this country needs. My father had a sense of fairness that talks every conviction he held. I worked alongside of him for now more taking at the Trump organization, and I've seen how they operate as a leader, making important decisions that shape career, and that change life. I've learned a lot about the war from working construction jobs by his side. When run properly, construction sites are too meritocratic meritocracies. Competence, competence in the building trades is easy to spot, and incompetence is impossible to hide. These sites are also incredible melting pot, gathering people from all walks of life and uniting them to work toward a single. There have always been men of all background and ethnicity on my father's job site, and long before it was commonplace, you also saw women. My father values talent. He recognized real knowledge and skill when he finds it. His color blind and gender neutral. He's hired the best person for the job. Period. Words and promises, no matter how visionary they shall will only get you so far. In our business, you're not a builder unless you got a building to show for it. Or in my father's case, city skyline. Most people strive their entire life to achieve great success in a single industry. My father has assisted in many on the highest level and on a global scale. One of the reasons he has thrived One of the reasons he has thrived as an entrepreneur is because he is listened to everyone. Billionaires executives don't usually ask the people doing the work for their opinion of the work. My father is an exception. On every one of his projects, you will see him talking to the shepherd, the painter, the engineer, the electrician. Is on. He asks them for their feedback. If they think something should be done differently or could be done better. When Donald Trump is tracked, all that counts is ability, effort, and excellence. This has long been the philosophy as the Trump organization. As my father companies, there are more female than male executives. Women are paid equally for the work that we do. And when a woman becomes a mother, she is supported, not shut out. Women represent 46% of the total U.S. labor force and 40% of American households have female primary breadwinner. In 2014, women made 83 cents for every dollar made by a man. Single women without children earn 94 cents for each dollar earned by a man, where married mother makes only 77 cents. As researchers have noticed, gender is no longer the factor creating the greatest wage discrepancy in this country. Motherhood is. As president, my father will change labor laws that were put into place at a time when the woman was not a significant portion of the workforce, and he will focus on making quality childcare affordable and accessible for all. As a mother myself of three young children, I know how hard it is to work while raising a family, and I also know that I am far more fortunate than most. American family need relief. Policies that allow women with children to thrive should not be noticed, they should be the norm. Politicians talk, politicians talk about wage equality, but my father has made it a practice at his company throughout his entire career. He will fight for equal pay for equal work, and I will fight for this issue right alongside of him. Americans today need an economy that permits people to rise again. A Trump presidency will turn the economy around and restore the great American tradition of giving each new generation hope for brighter opportunity than those of the generation that came before. In Donald Trump, you have a candidate who knows the differences between wanting something done and making it happen. When my father says that he will build a tower, keep an eye on the skyline, floor by floor, a soaring structure will appear, usually record setting in its height and iconic in its design. Real people are hired to do real work. Vision comes reality. When my father says that he will make America great again, he will deliver. We have a chance this year to reclaim our heritage as a country that dreams big and makes the impossible happen. Fortunately, Donald Trump is incapable of thinking small. When I was a child, my father always told me, Ivanka, if you're going to be thinking anyway, you might as well think big. As president, my father will take on the bold and worthy fly. He will be unafraid. He will be unafraid to set lovely goals, and he will be relentless in his determination to achieve them. To people all over all over America, I say, when you have my father in your corner, you will never again have to worry about being let down. He will fight for you all the time, all the way, every time.